What do you want me to say?
Street school, Grandma.
Street school.
How did you come here?
Hurricane Katrina. My sister, Aloma, been staying up this way since early 90s.
Before you continue up this way, where we at right now?
We're in Charlotte, North Carolina right now.
Shout out to the foe.
Yeah, 704 was out. Second home.
Where were you? Where were you?
I was in New Orleans, West Side, West Bank, Gretna. You know, Hurricane Katrina hit. And when Hurricane Katrina hit, if you pay attention to my music, you'll see that me and True Renown put out a project called Legacy of Albert Williams Singing. That was my grandfather. My grandfather built 3 properties of daycare centers, you know what I'm saying, since a long, long time ago. So in the 9th ward, everything was under 40 feet of water. That's where I'm originally from. I grew up on the west side in Gretna, West Bank. But we had businesses, and a lot of our family operations and subsidiaries and other businesses ran through those businesses. So since 30 feet of water came and the government basically fucked us, we had to get ghosts, you know. So we spread it all over America at this point. It's just, I think 64 of us originally came out here from Hurricane Katrina. So
64?
64 of us.
64?
64.
That's a blessing still.
Yeah, 64 of us, and a lot of us, like I could say half of us, little less than half of us stayed. And now we multiplied children, bought houses, got businesses, music, etc., etc. And that's basically how we all ended up here. My sister been out here since the early 90s in Harrisburg, Pineville and Harrisburg. So, you know, rest in peace, Duke, my nephew. You know, he was from Cabarrus County, you know what I'm saying? He was out here, he grew up out here, he was born in New Orleans. My other little nephew, Jaron, they've been out here for that long, you know what I mean? So we all came out here and we was like, you know what? Grass green over here, so we staying. Some of us stayed, some of us left, but I knew what it was, you know?
Would you say you had a better career here or a better career in New Orleans?
That's a double negative in a sense.
What you mean a double negative?
Because I've had great things happen while I was in New Orleans, but I gained a lot more traction here, if that makes sense. Because in Charlotte, they know who I am, but even when I was in Charlotte, you gotta understand, I was moving around. I did a lot of different venues, different cities, different states. Been blessed to be able to go to different countries. I've done a few festivals, opening acts, some small, some moderate, some large. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to maneuver around because I became more of a grown man here. But in New Orleans, I'm from the Poppy Trunk era, so it's a lot that we were able to do more. You know what I'm saying? In that sense, and then also I'm from New Orleans, so I'm embraced better being home and from my people, and I'm known from doing music since I was 11, 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? I started off as a bounce rapper. So it's like a double negative in a sense, because Charlotte being out here, I was able to do a lot, and being home, the support is better if you're seen more, if that makes sense.
Since being here,
Mm-hmm.
and gaining some of the knowledge that you've gained,
Mm-hmm.
How do you see Charlotte as a community? As a hip hop community,
As a hip hop community,
entertainment community,
it's growing. Okay, prime example. I had a conversation with Stay Ready Pod a while ago, years ago. One of the first interviews they've done, and one of the first interviews with me. And when I spoke on it, there was some people, you know, I had conversations with about when I said Charlotte had no culture. And they was like, what you mean we got Charlotte culture, we got Charlotte culture? And I said, y'all took it as the wrong way. If you look at culture and you define culture, it's everybody from all different other areas coming into one place and creating a movement and creating a wave and having the additives to it. And that's what I was saying. And then when I was saying it, I think it was misconstrued because I was saying that it's coming together. It got to take a whole lot of stuff a whole lot of movement with culture. A lot of times when you look at hip hop culture within itself, now is deemed as popular culture. So you got to have all different kind of additives coming to the plate to create a scene. And then once you create the scene, culture brings forth money and prosperity. Money start changing hands. People start making money. People start making business moves. So that's what I was speaking on. Because I come from a place where New Orleans culture it affected, and I could say even infected, the world on all kind of levels. You could go away to Japan and you got people doing jazz. Jazz come from New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Certain derivatives of blues come from New Orleans. Bounce music come from New Orleans. Triplet hi-hats was taken from Mantronics in New York and did in New Orleans by Manny Fresh and Ice Mike. You know what I'm saying? And Precise and all that. So a lot of ways you hear hi-hats flipped out, it didn't get flipped like it got flipped until it was in New Orleans. The way 808s are being used started in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? So what I speak on when I say culture, it brought it here. So as far as Charlotte culture, I salute it. And I've been telling people I just want to be a part of making it move and adding whatever I can add to it and bringing my knowledge and wisdom and understanding and experience to the scene so everybody can eat and we can make money, you know?
Street school, Grandma.
Street school.